And now it's time for a story. Now, put a thumbs up and tell me how much you love stories. Because I love stories, 100%. I read stories every day. Adventure stories, sleeping stories, and much more. Today, I'll be telling a story called The Hole. Now, this might sound a little bit funny, but it's sort of my own version and another story mixed together. And that story is from Ria Pector from Little Stories from Tiny People. You can listen to her podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Now, let's begin our story. Once upon a time, there was a giraffe named Tolly and a turtle named Slowy and a polar bear named Coley. Now, they were all going for a walk one day. And then they said, "Meet you later." And then they split into 3 paths, but they didn't know where it was leading them. So, let's focus on Tolly here. She was walking, or galloping, and running as fast as she could to tell her brothers and sisters about the amazing adventure she had. But, boom, she didn't see where she was going. And she fell down into a hole. Now, giraffes are tall enough, but this hole was deeper than a giraffe. In fact, there was mud at the bottom. Tolly was stuck. No. She thought, how do I get out of here? Next, let's focus on Slowy. It was pretty slow. So after some time, he reached the hole, and Tolly said, "Hey, stop! Wherever you..." But too late. Dunk! Slowy fell down the hole too. Now both of them were stuck. You could have gave a warning about that, asked. You told Slowy. Tolly just sighed. "I already told you," she mumbled. Now let's focus on Coley. He was walking alright, scampering. And then, boom, fell into a different hole with a tunnel. And he walked to the tunnel, came outside from the hole, walked again, and boom, fell down the hole where Tolly and Slowy were. I just fell into 2 holes, he mumbled. They both just stared. "I know it's not dramatic," he said, nodding. "How will we get out of here?" said Slowy. Said Tolly. Slowy had an idea though. "Hey, Coley, climb on Tolly's head." And he did. "Oh, hey, you're heavy," said Tolly. "Sorry," said Coley. Then Slowy climbed on Coley. "Oh, be careful of the ears." "Sorry." And then Slowy tried to grab the ground, but it was crumbly, and they all came crashing down. Slowy was on his back. And you know who? Coley was like he was in the cold. Now, Tolly was not doing anything. She didn't get hurt. Only her back was stretched. 3 animals looked at each other and nodded. What did we do now? After a while, they heard more footsteps. And they all started calling, "Please stop please stop. There's a hole in the ground. Be careful. You don't want to fall into 2 holes like me. Then, whatever it is, I know there's a hole. And there was a tiger. The tiger, said Tolly, who was hiding. Hey, that's Stripey, said Coley. Nice to see ya. I do not eat giraffes, said Stripey, the tiger. Now let me get you up from there. He lassoed a rope all the way down and pulled them up. Tolly was the last to come up. And they all were safe. The end. Now the moral of this story is, watch out wherever you walk, or you might fall into a hole. Alright, now remember last week I asked you guys some questions, and now it's the time to answer them. So, one player on another is called an unfair act by one player on another is called a FOUL, not an FOWL or not an FOWEL. It's an FOUL. All right? So, if someone changes the rule while you're trying to do something, we say they're moving the goalposts, not the ball or not the scoreline. Goalposts. So this is a blank question, okay? While I was younger, I would play football at the weekends. Not used to, not did, would. This is also a blank. When we tell someone to do their best, we say, give it your best shot. Not best game, and not the best kick. Okay, this is also a blank. To watch from the sidelines means not getting involved with something. So those are the answers. Orlando has played more games than anybody else in the tournaments. Apostrophe after T and an S. When the goalkeeper makes a very basic mistake, we can call it a howler, not a hoof, not a nutmeg, which is kind of silly word. Which football-related word also means a punishment for breaking the rules? A penalty, not a red card, and not a cornet. Alright, now you know the answers. Now you can check if your answers are correct. And yay! We finished the questions and now you know your answers. Now you know I'm still stuck. So now it's time to say goodbye. Yep, they can talk. Alright, here we go. Goodbye.